Hello everyone, welcome back to another part. I apologize, this is Ace Attorney, the Mason system. Let's get together off. We explored the Boys Sport Club, got a couple of things out of Shady Smith or Zach Gomery. Went about a couple of things such as about what he knew about Lisa and this power that Trucy and Paulo both share. Finding out that they're both related also was another, well, not a shock to me, but a lot of you who probably didn't know this or weren't expecting it was a big shock to you. Actually, you really look at them both. You can see a resemblance between those two. Whether they're gonna dwell on this connection in the next game, I sure hope they do, because that just leaves a huge gap. Spoiler, yeah, they don't really dwell on them ever finding out that they are related, which is kind of bad. Seriously, that's really bad. Like, we need more Apollo. This is Apollo's name was on the game, but enough of that rant. So now we're gonna take care of the Sunshine Coliseum, something I accidentally clicked on last episode. So here we go, getting really close to the end of the game. After we take care of this and the next portion, we're dealing with Klavier Gavin. We'll be heading straight back to the present day for the case. Well, this is a blast from the distant past. Long time no see, Mr. Valant. 7 years has it been? Frankly, didn't think I'd ever see you again. Actually, I came because there's something I wanted to ask you. I've spoken to the press. I have nothing more to say. I've spoken to a lot of people myself, and some are more conclusions and come to some conclusions. But then I realized I need to hear from you. Yes, we need to hear from him. So let's talk to him. Talk to Magpie Groundry. I've walked a difficult road these past 7 years. Because you couldn't perform Manaphy's repertoire? Don't be deceived. Valant's skills is the real deal. I do not require I don't require my mentor's hand-me-downs. No, it was my partner who slowed me on my way. Sakumari? His rather well-performed disappearing act 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought. Sakumari murdered our mentor and fled to escape punishment for his crime. You said something to that effect 7 years ago, didn't you? I remember it well, if it were only yesterday. Yet that was not the way of it. Yet that was not the way of it in the end. Wait, what? That was some really oddly phrased English there. For a while he vanished. The suspicions upon my own person did not. His partner Zack vanished to protect him. That's what those thieving magpies of the press said. I had no idea. Yet that very same press comes to me now, feigning interest. They cover the greatest magic show in history as if it were a vaudevillain distraction. And here must I stand, smiling at them all. What am I, if not a player in some fiendish farce? Might I suggest it's because you never made it clear what happened? Manaphy's death is still a mystery to this day. Is why I came here to get the answer from you. Of course. Nothing is easy. I knew I'd see these sooner or later. The audience has no business stepping up on the stage. They may be content to sit and stare at the spotlights. That sounds an awful like something I heard 7 years ago. Okay. Pretty much what we want to do is we want to hit this. And then we want to present him the transfer rights. Something that we got from Zack himself. Ask what you will, you get nothing from me. I am as much a part of this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened. For 7 years, long years, I have endured. Now finally the curtain lifts on my new golden age. All the miracles of our truth within my grasp. Sorry to do this, Valant. But right now I need answers. I think I'll start by dropping a bomb. That should shake things up. Balance, I wouldn't be so sure about those miracles. Not as long as I have this. No, that's not what I want to show. What's the transfer of rights? Transfer of rights, please. Right here. And what might that be? I see it bears the Grammary seal. I should have brought this to your attention sooner, but I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast. What is this? A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Manaphy's miracles. What? Zach Gumari, he wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter? Trissy Nigmar. Actually, she's officially my daughter these days. Preposterous! Zack is gone! Vanished into the void! This is a genuine article. Zack was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to this. Wog! Bird flying. Don't know where that came from. Why does this fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived in thrall to the dead? You're not the only one with that problem. But he shot McAfee. Yes, it was Zack. It was. And then he left. And my career as a magician fell into darkness. Did you think there might be some way out of it? Say if you could prove Zack Gomari shot McAfee. Was that why you testified? Yes, my way out. It should have been my way out. Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valant. All you need a way out. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed McAfee Gomari? Now you also want to present Zack's confession, which I think is right here, is it? Yes, it is. Present this. I believe I have the answer to your prayer is right here. Zack Gomari wrote one more thing before passing on. But this is a confession, in which he admits to killing a McAfee Gomari. See, all according to your plan. I am a magician by trade. Their session is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. Yet, it seems the tables have turned. Now I am the audience, believing in the deceptions of I have wrought upon myself. Zack wrote this right in front of me. After I explained your situation to him. Alaka, oh my god! Sorry about moving, I'm messing with my microphone right now. Something about McAfee, shall we? You do know this confession is nothing but lies. Yes, it's my opinion that Zack Gomari killed no one. Then you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. To receive the instructions to kill, but if one's innocent, then the one who remains is guilty. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. So he vanished to protect me, his partner. Ha 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 ha! A stirring tale, 'tis true. Did you shoot McAfee Gomari in the forehead? If I had, and I told you, what would that do? Run to the police, perchance. Do as you will. There's nothing left for me now. It is true. After all, I have little talent. I needed my mentor's McAfee's repertoire. It was as if a little demon grabbed a hold of me. I knew it. So Valant Gomari did kill the great McAfee. Heh 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 heh. Ha 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 ha. I'm really bad at laughing fakely. Just letting you know that right now. So sorry, Mr. Wright, but it was not I who shot my mentor. What? But if it wasn't you, then who was it? There wasn't another disciple, was there? Another disciple, such as, I don't know, Knack and Talent Gomari, maybe? Your wild fancies couldn't be further from the truth. Only Zack Valant received those threatening letters. But there was another. One more person who could have fired the pistol that night. I don't suppose you figured it out by now. If it wasn't Zack and Valant, who shot McAfee? Then it had to be the only other person at the scene, which means... Wait! You don't mean... Yes, the great McAfee Gomari himself. Yes, people. We have a suicide in our hands. So McAfee Gomari committed suicide? You find it hard to believe? To be honest, I hadn't even imagined it as a possibility. When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. But when I turned and made to leave the room, the old man called out to me. So you spoke to with McAfee Gomari? Yes. This is why I knew what he had done. McAfee transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner, Zack Gomari, not me. I see. Then I guess I owe you an apology. I always thought you were the one who did it. You owe me no apology. Huh? My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of a murder. What? Your crime? Is Valant Gamari confessing something to me? What could be more serious than murder? Let's talk about Valant's crime, shall we? You see, I knew that 2 letters had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That was when I understood Manaphy's plan. He wanted to die by one of our hands. He wanted to die by one of your hands? Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart. The demon? Let me confess, I had intended to shoot Manaphy, and I planned on framing my partner for the crime. What? What? That night, I prepared something before going to Manaphy's hospital room, which was IV fluid, of course. I'd seen it on an earlier visit. If Zach did not shoot, I would do the deed. Then I would use the IV fluid to place the murder on his hands. That was my plan. But you didn't shoot him. I could not. The demon in my heart fled within the moment when the moment came, but then Manaphy called me back. I am sorry, Valant. I am giving my magic to Zach, not you. You still lack the draw he has. Please, help him if you can. In Valant's defense, I probably would have, I would have been pissed off a little bit too. That, you know, I'm your apprentice too. Why can't you just split the rights between both of us? I honestly don't understand. You know, I mean, it's petty, but at the same time, you can't really blame Valant for wanting to shoot and frame his partner. You also find out he even had more of a reason towards shooting him in a moment. I left the room, and then I stopped. The shock of what had happened, I had just been told, consumed me. That is when I heard the fateful gunshot. Manaphy Gamari killing himself? Then the demon awoke anew within me. Zach killed him. He was the one. Frame him, and the magic will be yours. Like I said, I mean, who wouldn't want to frame your partner? I mean, especially if you don't have the talent that he has, but you still want to perform what you want to perform. I altered the scene of his suicide. I took the pistol from his hand, wiped off the prints. Then I used the syringe to add the IV liquid I had brought. So in the end, things happened pretty much as you planned. Manaphy died, and you framed Zach for his murder. As planned, indeed. Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story? Can't it be believed, truly? That was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but... Yes, I'm glad to hear I heard it from you, Mr. Valant. Thank you. It is I who should be thanking you, Mr. Wright. Only when I had lost everything could I make my decision. You're going to turn yourself in? My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic. I've had enough of vanishing acts. I understand. I thought my life was ruled by a dead man. But I find I was wrong. For Zach Gamari was alive. Well, not anymore. And now it occurs to me. What if he was not the only one who survived? What do you mean? You see, now that I think about it, I realize that we never saw proof of her demise. We never saw her body. Her? The mind races and the mouth flaps. My apologies. Forget this matter. I can only hope the day will come when I meet my partner, Zach Gamari. Then I shall apologize for my terrible mistake. I am glad we had this chance to talk. Thank you. You heard it from him here, folks. Manaphy shot himself. I completely forgot that's what happened, though. I kind of was thinking that Valant had done it, but I remember correctly. Yeah, Manaphy did shoot himself. As you can see, a lot of people say, why would a dead man shoot himself? But, you know, he did shoot himself. The truth revealed in the trial was only a sliver in the impenetrable darkness that remained has taken under our life. I knew what I had to do to push back the darkness for good, and it would involve paying that man a visit. That man being Klavier Gavin. We will see Klavier Gavin as the last portion of the Mason system next episode. See you guys then.